Hi guys, Sync here. Last I visited Reddit, I had a request on how to make decals in Blender, so if you are that person who wants to know how I did it, here's the video on how to create any decals in Blender and texture paint on your desired objects. In our case, we will design a decal for a washing machine. Let's get rid of the default light. Now let's fix the camera to its 0 values and move it slightly above on Z-axis, since we will be using that angle to render our decal. Now let's set the camera or render output resolution to 2K. I will fast forward this section of modeling the decal. Remember, this decal design is just an example. You can create any shapes or forms of decals as you desire. Regarding the materials assigned to the decal objects, since we will render it using EV, we will use any emissive color of choice and a strength value of 5, so that the color pops out more without any additional lights in the scene. Also make sure the decal is inside the camera frame before rendering. Once you are happy with your design, you can finally go ahead and render the image. Don't forget to save the image as PNG. Here I made a mistake, but we will get to it later. Now let's set up our washing machine for the decal we just created. Yes, today my washing machine is a cube. Always remember to UV unwrap the object you are working on. I will be lazy and just use Smart UV Project to unwrap my washing machine. Now let's move on to texture painting. Let's apply material to the washing machine. Sometimes your object doesn't show up unless you are in preview or render mode in texture paint, so let's do that before the washing machine disappears. Now in Shader Editor, we will make a copy of the principal BSDF from the material we just created for the washing machine. Now we need a mix shader to connect it with the first principal shader and then connect the second one respectively. Then we need an image texture, create new, give it a name, set resolution to 2K or higher, in color under HSV drag alpha value all the way to 0 and hit OK. Now connect alpha of the image texture to the mix shaders factor. And finally connect color of the image texture to the base color of the principal shader. Now under the tool icon section we need to create a texture. Go to texture, create new. Now go to texture, hit open and load the render image we just created. Under mapping, in this case we will choose clip. Again under tool icon section we will finally change the mapping to stencil. Now we can finally paint on the washing machine. Remember the mistake I mentioned? Notice how the image is not transparent. On some scenarios you may not need a transparent image, but in our case we will need a transparent image. So let's fix this. Under Render Properties, select Film and check Transparent. Now let's try that again. Good. Now the image is transparent. Don't forget to save the new rendered image. Quick note, hold right-click to drag the stencil around to desired location, hold Shift plus right-click and drag to scale, and hold Ctrl plus right-click to rotate. Why isn't it working? Don't worry, we just need to reload the new image, and we are good to go. Now we can finally decorate our washing machine. Let me know in the comments if this tutorial was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and see you on the next one.